Good morning, getting closer to the afternoon. It's Fabby Pop right back at ya with another dose of healing. Yes. Listen, guys, this journey has not been easy for me in healing. I think I've said countless of times in the past of a lot of the main reasons of my disconnect with myself and others that are so dear to me. I know I'm going to get a lot of backlash of family members that always don't approve of what I express when it comes to narcissism. I think at this point, someone has to know who I'm talking about. And it's sad. It's really sad. It's gotten to a point that I do, unfortunately for me, do possess the qualities of the scapegoat in the family function. It's not to say that I want you to feel petty for me for going through these things. Because just remember, my soul chose a parent for a reason. And you really have to have a strong conviction in acknowledging and accept it is what it is. When I put these kind of videos, my intention is not to bash a person in mind due to their disorder. I think when it comes to someone else having disorder, you do have to have the empathy. But when it gets to a point that your image is being smeared in a way that your own daughter, which is my oldest, experiencing that thinking, it's really disturbing to me. Remember when I said about having mixed families? Well, as I did my best to do what I have to do, someone from the family got a smart idea to take my daughter to Dominican Republic to do therapy healing, which I don't know why my mother and I weren't there to help support that journey in trauma. We all do have it, and it would have been very nice to be part of a solution, not a problem. There's certain images that family uphold of me, of being loud, of being obnoxious, and being violent towards others. When I haven't even laid one hand, and if I'm loud and obnoxious defending a lie that was said upon me, which again, you can't be reacting like a fool. You have to be calm. But I didn't know any better. So I reacted the best way I knew how to react. Now I take things with stride and don't react them as much. But I know there's someone out there, particularly in my situation, going through this. I feel for you. I pray for you. And I want you to come and walk along this journey with me. And I want you all that's suffering the same as I am to please have the strength that if you see that you have a parent that has a disorder and is damaging yourself and your child, get out, build a life alone, do what you have to do, because there's nowhere in the world that from one night to the next, once you are involved with these kind of disorders of people, they will do their best to indoctrinate your own children. And that's how come it's been a very long time, and my own girls that I have are feeling that resentment from their older sister. I come to a point that it was so bad that my daughter has sent her a text, and she had the audacity, my oldest, to say that this is not my daughter. And that in a sense that I would write something like that just to get a reaction from my oldest, since I haven't seen her in such quite some time. It saddens me to my core that I would never take the time to do that or display those kind of emotions and separation toward my three girls so they can have a bond. They can have a togetherness. Obviously, there's no trust in this family, so we had to do certain things to make sure that, my two girls, especially for my middle one, doesn't feel out of place. I had to literally show my middle one to call back the oldest one and apologize that not to have a reaction of a text like that, only because the middle child felt neglected from the oldest child and wanted to find a way to see how she can get her attention like that in a bad way. That's crazy to me. This really needs to stop. This back and forth lies, these back and forth assumptions of who I am, instead of the person really taking their time to actually know who I am. They already have a false narrative assumption of me, and that to me is not cool. Lately, I've been doing these videos for such a longer period of time because honestly, I'm going to get my point across. And I've gone through so much healing. I mean, I acquired a psychology and BA, and I worked in the field in ABA therapy. And also, life has guided me to show me that there are great mothers and daughters out there that have a good connection. See, that is a reminder of how much strength that life has presented me not to give up. I have not given up of my oldest child. I still think that she will come around the corner to knock and say, I am sorry to accuse you so wrongly. I've gotten to the conclusion that this has stemming a lot more than what it is. I'm not going to get that. But I do know that doing these kind of videos, I'm going to help someone out there going through the same thing I'm going through. And let me just tell you, you are enough. You are enough, daughter. You are enough, mother. You will survive this. And in life, God will present a lot of gorgeous people that will help you navigate through this. And it took me some time to do this video, and it will take me certain times. But being that I surpassed this healing, I want you to know and understand that you can too. Have a lovely and blessed day. And let the Lord always manifest himself in showing you that there always been a way in a righteous healing. And that is why I had to give up certain substance, because it felt so real to me and hurtful that till this day I'm battling this 3-generational curse, which in regards I'm going to break, whether they like it or not.